This is going to be kind of a rant in that these bitches still are trying to really fucking torture me, and they're still trying to rape me. So every time they do that, the trauma from what they are forcing very often causes more expansive knowledge to arise within me. But then the problem with that is that they use the technology to try and rape it. Now, moving on. This is an inverted time loop matrix. It's been that way for a very long time. What that means is that they are using technology, and a certain kind of technology, I'm not exactly sure. I call it regression technology. There is also a frequency fence that surrounds this planet, and they use that also. So I don't know if that in and of itself is like a large part of the AI system, or it's just like a part of other technologies that they have in use, but they use the artificial frequency fence and what I call regression technologies in the AI system to forcibly, number one, forcibly regress and obstruct universal laws and universal law correction and remedy, and they also have some kind of, I don't know if it's just the regression technology, or they also have some kind of time loop technology, or like time travel, space travel kind of technologies. I'm not sure. I would just put it in the category of regression technologies. So they interfere and obstruct universal laws. Basically, what that makes this is, you've seen the movie Groundhog Day, right? That's essentially what's going on here, and has been going on here for many millennia and many civilizations here. Universal laws do exist outside of this planet, outside of the frequency fence. Now, I can move things to universal laws. I can move the violations to universal laws. It works. They get hit with the return of their violations, but what they seem to do is to use the regression technology and or time loop technology to regress any actions that I've taken to where the return of their violations, the effects of those that should take them out of existence, doesn't seem to last very long. Lasts for like 5 minutes. The other thing about that is there must be correction, there must be remedy. And what those whores have been doing, they are obstructing correction and remedy, and they have been. So but at the same time, they fear universal laws so much that they go to extreme lengths to forcibly obstruct and regress them, to forcibly hide from them, to try and evade them. So even with their technology, like the fact that they hold so much fear around the enforcement of universal laws, what I'm saying is they still hold massive fear. So there has to be like a kink in the tech, a kink in their armor, right? A kink in their fuckery, a kink in their whatever technology that they're using. And then so what they do is they will use, this whole place is lies, cons, and deceptions. It's all lies, cons, and deceptions. It's to get you to believe that, like, here's the thing. Yes, they are doing things, causing harm, causing pain. Yes, they are doing those things. At the same time, though, they're doing those things to get you to believe that, I don't like to be too specific here because they try to force their magic, but they try to get you to believe their bullshit. They try to get you to believe the lies, cons, and deceptions, there's like futile emotions that they want you to buy into, that they want you to swallow, that they want you to believe. Because if you believe them, then that you make it happen. You, like, what that is it's you doing it to yourself, right? If you believe their lies, cons, and deceptions, even though they are doing real things to get you to believe it, if you believe the lies, cons, and deceptions, then what that is like they're considered, that's what they consider the loophole in universal laws, in that they consider that you doing it to yourself if you believe their bullshit. At the same time, they're fucking obstructing universal laws, and they're regressing universal laws, and they're obstructing universal law correction and remedy. That is not in any way, shape, or form like any kind of a fair fucking situation. That's not how things should be being done. Like, you have to allow, if you're going to spend all of that time and all of those resources and all of that harm and trauma to get people to believe your bullshit, you can't then obstruct universal law correction and remedy too. Like, you can't fucking do that. Like, this is so fucking wrong on so many levels. So many levels. Like, these bitches should have never been connected to me or forcibly attached to me or whatever. They should, because they're having to use, it's not done organically. They're having to use technology to force the connection. They would have never, in any kind of an organic setting, situation, been able to fucking connect to me. Ever. And the fact that I have come to a place in my spiritual learning that I can move universal law, or move their violations to universal laws, and they immediately get hit with the return of their violations. That in and of itself, all of this shit, all of this place, what they're doing here, the reverted time loop, the inverted time loop matrix, like, all of this should be ended by now. This should not still be here. This should have turned back into an organic planet, an organic system. Like, these bitches should not still be here. They should not still be here doing what they are doing. And then to be in knowing of that they're, because of what they're doing with universal laws, and the fact that they're also causing massive horror and atrocity, trauma and pain in order to get you to believe their fucking lies. What does that say about the fucking universe? I have been screaming that the universe is insane for a long fucking time now. But looking at that, at what I just stated, looking at that, how is it that any sane, balanced universe could watch all of this be going on and not fucking correct it? There must be correction. There must be remedy via universal law enforcement. There must be. I think the universe is fucking insane. We should all, everybody, whoever is has got some sanity left to them, some benevolence left to them, should be fucking screaming to get the fuck out of here, to get the fuck off this planet and get the fuck out of this universe immediately. Vocally, mentally, with your body, like however it is, you got to express that directly to the universe itself, and directly to universal laws. Be demanding that universal laws be enforced on this planet, that the frequency fence be immediately fucking deactivated, and to be shown, demanding to be shown where the exits are. I don't think anybody fucking, hardly anyone knows what the fuck is going on here, and even less signed up for that shit. Signed up for whatever the fuck kind of nasty, horrific, shit-stained shit show that this is. Ain't nobody signed up for that shit. I mean, at this point, if you listen to any of the recordings that I've done, like, at this point, if you're still listening, hopefully you've given some thought, some really deep, pensive, focused, intuitive thought to this whole fucking shit show, to the universe being a fucking whack job, to how all the lies, cons, and deceptions of this place, that it's a parasitic farm, that they're using all the trauma and the harm and the pain, all the forced and induced shit to fucking feed off of. And then, in addition to that, they're using technology to obstruct universal law correction and remedy, as well as universal laws. Like, this is already, like, just out the gate, it's wrong. Right? Can you see what I'm saying here? Out of the gate, this shit's fucking wrong. And the thing is they have to have, everything is based on your consent. Now, here's the part of that doesn't make any fucking sense, is I have been refusing and revoking my consent every day, all day, for fucking over 10 years. And they're still forcing it. So what they try to force on me, or try to do, is force false encephalographs, like force false emotions into my emotional body, and force false thoughts via the frequency weaponry and that all of that tech, to force false, they're nasty false thoughts and false emotions to, number one, when I'm moving things to universal laws, they do it on purpose to where whatever I'm moving and the emotion that I'm moving it to universal laws out of, they're trying to fuck that up. They're trying to interfere with that. And then in addition to that, they're trying to, they're they constantly have their either what are reptilian hybrids or cloned out fucking psychos of their group forcibly attached to me 24/7 to try and be on their, they try to be constantly on my frequencies because they're trying to get me to they're trying to forcibly get me to agree to, let's just say, agree to things that I don't fucking agree to, that I have never agreed to, that I have refused to agree to this whole entire time. They do that to try and get me to force. They're trying to force it. And they're also trying to force me into believing their bullshit. Yet while at the same time, they still hold massive fear of universal laws. So it must be at some point the reptilians turn off the fucking tech. And then this planet is fully exposed to universal laws. There must be some point in time where they shut off the tech. And what they're doing is because they rape benevolent beings of their stuff, and they wear and use what they've raped to try and be in this, like, to try and I want to say evade universal laws, but exist to be exposed to them and not be totally removed from existence. So here's the thing. If there's, by the time they do that, and actually they're trying to do that, not to say that they're going to get that far, but what they're trying to do is they're trying to get everybody in their AI hell. They're trying to get everybody to submit. They're trying to get everybody to give over, basically, I don't even like to give voice to it. They want everybody to agree, right? Whether they were conned into it, whether they truly believe it or whatever, they want everybody in agreement so they can try and put everybody in their AI hell. And then, like, they're trying to do that. And then, so let's just say, I'll just say, because I don't even like to connect some of these sentences. I'll just say that they, at some point, they must turn off the tech. And what they don't want is benevolent beings who didn't agree and refused to agree and still have their sanity and still have their beings with them, their presence with them, and know what happened here. And they know, they're fearful of beings knowing the truth of things, because at that point, once the technology is turned off, even if they're wearing stuff, there's still beings present that know the fucking truth and that never agreed. And refused to agree and refused to comply. Right? Can you see what I'm saying? That's what they're fearful of. True exposure to universal laws, when true benevolent beings who refused to comply are present. Because our beings hold the truth. It is in our hearts, every cell fiber molecule of our beings, in our minds, in our whole entire being, in our energetic fields. So with that, can you kind of see? Can you understand what I'm saying there? So no matter what you do, don't ever fucking submit your wills. Don't ever fucking submit to anything. Don't comply. Don't submit. Don't agree. This whole fucking thing is wrong from the onset, from the get-go. Universal laws must be fully fucking enforced here immediately. This whole place is lies, cons, and deceptions. Know that. Refuse to comply, refuse to believe, refuse to being forced into believing. Always do your best to be pulling your own being, your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own knowings, your own wisdom, with pulling it to the surface of your conscious mind and holding that there as hard as you can, and doing your best to radiate it outward into the field, to keep it always fully in your field, the truth of things, the truth of your being, the truth of your emotions, the truth of your thoughts. Always be holding that in your being at the forefront of your conscious mind, and strengthening that every day as much as you can, and holding that in your field as much as you can, as best you can. Universal laws must be enforced. So I recommend any true benevolent being hearing this recording, again, please be doing your best to be demanding of the universe itself and to universal laws, that universal laws must be enforced here immediately, fully, and permanently, and that the frequency fence around this planet be permanently, immediately deactivated. That's what needs to be done now by all true benevolent beings still on this planet. It needs to be done now all the time. Because this shit is on a level of wrong that cannot be quantified. And the universe itself is fucking going along with that? Really? I know it's a fucking whack job, but still. You can't do that. You can't obstruct universal law correction and remedy when you're already doing the fucking nasty shit that, when they're doing the nasty shit that they're doing. You can't fucking do that. I think what the universe itself is trying to do is trying to make this universe like, I've always thought this universe was organic, or is organic. I've always been in knowing that this universe is organic. Maybe the universe itself changed its mind, right? So I don't know what the fuck's going on there. But I'm just saying, there must be correction and there must be a remedy. Otherwise, what is it? So hopefully, if there are any true benevolent beings listening to this recording, please do the best you can now. We need every single true benevolent voice fucking screaming and demanding that universal laws be enforced here immediately, and that the frequency fence be immediately deactivated. We need all true benevolent beings doing that right now, as much as they can, every day, all day, in your spare moments, as you're trying to sleep, when you first wake up, whenever you can, please be doing this. Screaming. Even if it's only in your mind, be screaming, demanding that the universe itself, like, are you gonna, I would think that any true benevolent being would have a problem with this universe forcing that shit on benevolent beings and forcibly trying to rape them of their evolution. The universe itself. It's just like the level of rage that should spark within you, or that should well up within you, if you're still a true benevolent being and you care about your evolution. Okay, so I need to think and contemplate, and I need to just calm down, I think, or I'll at least try to gather more of my thoughts and try and see what else I can see. Till next time. Do your best. Always trust yourself and believe in yourself and have faith in yourself. All true benevolent beings are of the true benevolent creator. Know that it is within you to know the truth of things and to be able to be strong enough and powerful enough to take action and do something about it. Always have trust and faith in yourself and love yourself and be patient with yourself and know that you are a powerful being. Why do you think they're trying to fucking murder you? Because they fear you. And they fear universal laws. I'm going to close out the recording.